Chapter 13 Sources of Water. Water is one of the basic needs of all living things. It is vital for everyone. We all need water for drinking, bathing, cooking, washing, and many other activities. Life on Earth would not have been possible without water. Earth is called a blue planet, as almost 3/4 of the Earth's surface is covered with water. However, 97% of this water is found in oceans and seas, and it is therefore saline, salty. We cannot use this salty water for drinking or for other activities. Out of the balance, 3%, almost 2% is frozen in glaciers. So only 1% is available for our use. This usable water is available to us through various sources like rivers, tanks, canals, lakes, and wells. Let us read about some of these sources. Sources of water. Rain. Rain is the main source of water on Earth. The water from rain fills the oceans, seas, rivers, lakes, ponds, and tanks. Some of this rainwater seeps into the ground and fills wells and tube wells. We will study about how we get rain later in this chapter. Factopedia. Rainwater harvesting is storing rainwater rather than allowing it to run off. This water is used for gardening, water for livestock, irrigation, and domestic use. It is a good way of storing and avoiding wastage of water. Rivers. Rivers are the major source of fresh water on Earth. There are both perennial and non-perennial rivers in India. Rivers like Ganga and Brahmaputra originate from glaciers, snow in high mountains. They are formed due to melting of snow. These are called perennial or snow-fed rivers. The rivers of South India are non-perennial. As they get water from rain, they are usually dry in summer months. They are called rain-fed rivers. They do not flow throughout the year and are seasonal. Examples are River Krishna and Kaveri. Factopedia. Longest river in the world is River Nile in Africa. Rivers usually flow into seas or oceans, and the place where these rivers meet the seas or oceans is called the mouth of the river. Before entering the sea, sometimes the river forms a triangle-shaped area after splitting into rivulets. This area is very fertile and is called a delta. Underground water. The rainwater that seeps into the ground is called underground water. It is an important source of water in India. We dig wells and tube wells and use hand pumps to draw underground water. Due to increase in demand for water, the level of underground water is declining rapidly. There is a need to conserve this water. Tanks are very large reservoirs of water. They are filled during rainy season and are an important source for irrigation. Canals. They are artificial waterways which are built by digging channels and diverting the rainwater into these channels. Canals are built for irrigation and they take water to distant places where rivers do not flow. Dams and multi-purpose projects. A dam is a barrier wall made of cement and steel, built across a river. It blocks the flow of the river, and the water collects in a form of lake or a reservoir. Dams are useful in many ways. They help in controlling flooding of rivers. The water that is stored in the reservoir is made to fall from a height with great force. As this falls on machines called turbines, electricity is produced. This electricity, which is generated from water, is called hydroelectricity. Dams also help in irrigation, navigation, supply of drinking water, and fishery projects. The reservoirs are major tourist attractions where they can indulge in activities like boating, fishing, and water sports, etc. These dams with several uses are called multi-purpose projects. They are known as temples of modern India as they have helped India develop tremendously. Factopedia. Bhakar Nangal Dam is the largest dam in India, with a height of 225 meters. Its reservoir is called Gobind Sagar. Different forms of water. Water on earth is found in different forms. The various forms of water are liquid, solid and gas. Evaporation. Changing of water into water vapor on heating is called evaporation. We can see evaporation when we put our wet clothes for drying in the sun, when we dry our sweat under a fan, when water from lakes and rivers dries up in summers and many other times. Evaporation of water depends on speed of the wind, temperature of the air in the surroundings, surface area which is exposed. Condensation. Changing of water vapor into water on cooling is called condensation. We see various evidences of condensation. When we breathe out the warm air from our mouth on a mirror, it becomes frosty. Dewdrops are formed on leaves in winter. Droplets of water are formed outside a glass filled with ice-cold water. Water cycle. Water cycle is a continuous circulation of water from the earth to its atmosphere and then back again to the water bodies on earth. This happens due to evaporation and condensation. The water from rivers, lakes, ponds, and the other water bodies dries up in summers and evaporates into vapors. The vapors rise and cool down and form droplets of water. These droplets join together to form clouds. When the clouds become heavy and are filled with more water, they fall on the earth as rain, snow, or hail. This way the cycle continues. Water conservation. We know that water is our basic need, and only 1% of the total water on earth is available to us in its fresh form. Therefore, we must save it from being wasted. For saving water, we must avoid wasting water. For this, we can follow some steps like we should repair leaking taps and pipes, plant trees and shrubs that require less water. We must use a bucket of water while cleaning our car. Using running water from a water pipe can waste a lot of water. We must take bath with a bucket of water instead of taking a shower. Water from taps should be turned off while brushing our teeth. Rainwater harvesting should be practiced by all. Water which is used for washing fruits and vegetables can be used again for watering plants. By following such simple steps in our day-to-day life, we can save a lot of water for our present and future generations. A quick recall. Water is one of our basic needs. It is used for drinking, cooking, bathing, cleaning, and irrigation, etc. Rain is the main source of water. Rainwater fills rivers, lakes, seas, oceans, and ponds. There are both perennial or snow-fed rivers and non-perennial or rain-fed rivers in India. Dam and multipurpose projects are very important for a country. It is very important to conserve water.